Well, hello there, Cancers. This is Queen Amun-Ra coming to you with your general reading. All right, Cancers. Okay, all right. Microphone is on. So, hello there, Cancers. This is Queen Amun-Ra coming to you with your general reading for this next 7 days. So, we're closing out a cycle. Mercury is the planet the most recent planet to go retrograde. I want to say it's retrograde up until the 29th of November. We had a full beaver moon. Beavers build dams to protect themselves from predators, right? And they build them real fast, right? That's one of the reasons why they build dams. Of course, obviously for the ecosystem as well, but that's one of the main reasons to protect themselves from predators, right? I see that you're a star. I see that you are a star, and stars recognize other stars. You are in your 11th house, even though you rule 4th house, that's family and ancestry, but you're the star of your family and your ancestry, and you know your worth and you know your value. So you recognize other stars. You recognize other stars, right? And you shine bright among stars, and so you are enlightened, you're illuminated, right? You are illuminated, right? And so stay focused. I see you pouring into yourselves like never before. It literally drives some people crazy, but some people gain clarity from your star. Some people love it. Like, it's just like some people are just like cut in half. It's like some people, either people love you or they don't. Like, either they love you or they don't. Right? It just is really just no. But you're undeniable. Undeniably, you are. You're a star, Cancer. That's all I can say. You are. You are. So I'm sending you all lots of love and light on this Sunday. So undeniably, you're a star. So either people, you're what's the word that this generation uses? This generation uses cringe. You're that for some people, but I'm over here loving it as I'm reading, looking at your cards here. You shine very bright. You shine very bright during the day and at night. You shine very bright. So it's just undeniable, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Your gifts are overwhelming. You know how to put it into all speculation. That's all I can say. You just put it into speculation. All speculation, you just put it into it. So when your back is against the wall, you know how to tap in. You know how to tap into your water. You know how to tap into your element, which is great. So you know how to drink from the source within, right? You know how to tap in, right? Not out. You don't know how to tap out. You know how to tap in, which is there's a difference. Some people tap out. You know how to tap in, right? You'll switch tables real fast. You're like, oh, no, hold on. You know how to tap in, right? So this is a good thing. So rise from the tides. You know how to rise from the tides. All right. Let's set an intention here for you all, Cancers. Let's set an intention. Set an intention for you all. So emotional renewal, intuition, rising, and soul alignment for you all. This week for you all, Cancers, as we're closing out this cycle, we're in the last quarter moon phase. This cycle actually closes on the 19th as we get ready for the Sagittarius season. This week for you, you rise from emotional depths with new spiritual clarity. This spread explores the tides of your intuition, self-healing, creativity, relationships, and destiny. And this is going to be from the 16th through the 23rd. Obviously, the cycle closes on the 19th, so we only have a few more days. We're actually already in the new moon phase, even though we're a couple of days away from this cycle closing. We're already tipping into the new moon phase, right? So this reading is designed for deep alignment. emotional glow ups and soul level guidance for you all. So I'm going to give you all some affirmations, some candle recommendations, crystals, and herbs to support your spiritual work this week, okay? Don't forget to like, comment your sign, and subscribe for more weekly spiritual guidance. If you want to hype this video up, you can do that as well. Let's get into it. You deserve the best. You deserve the best. Stars recognize stars. Some people are like, oh my God, I love you. And some people are like, they are not my cup of tea. I like coffee instead. But whatever, your star is undeniable. You shine bright. Let's do it. Here you go. Current energy. You're entering a phase of emotional renewal and spiritual hope, Cancers. Your inner waters are clearing. Your inner waters are clearing. You're shining brighter and brighter and brighter, right? And your emotional realm is this, Queen of Cups. Your intuition is heightened. Visions, dreams, and synchronicities hold a message for you all. So continue pouring into yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. Water is your element. Water is your element. You are a star. You're a star, right? So you're sitting somewhere laughing your behind off. You are cracking up at something, right? Because you're gaining some clarity on some things. You see both sides of the sword here, right? Here's mental realm. So you gain clarity about something you were unsure of. A truth emerges. Somebody is sitting somewhere cracking up laughing while somebody is sitting somewhere like, Lord. Here we have, because you're paying attention. Yep, you are paying attention. Here we have Six of Pentacles, right? So somebody was getting paid while somebody was paying attention, right? So here's a balance returns to your daily life, and support flows your way, financial or emotional, right? This deck right here is a Light Seers Tarot deck. So here we have this, right? So somebody was looking at your cards here. Like I said, you deserve the best. Somebody was paying attention to someone's work schedule because somebody really, really wanted to go to court. And it could have been spiritual court, right? It could have been spiritual. So when I say court, it's either spiritual or physical. But somebody really, really wanted to go to court, right? Somebody just wanted some money. They were just looking at just something, just a transaction, right? Because they saw two stars. So somebody felt like somebody went to somebody crying for help. Like it was like something was a cry for help, and all they could see was money, an opportunity to make some money, a transaction. That's all they saw. Somebody was overwhelmed, and they saw, okay, they didn't care whether something was the truth or not. All they looked at was an opportunity to make some money. And no compassion whatsoever. Somebody showed zero compassion. All they saw was money. All they saw was a big, whatever the currency is, let's say dollar sign or money sign, whatever. That's all they saw, right? Ka-ching. That's all they saw. But somebody else was paying attention. Somebody who shines very bright in dark spaces. And everything is not a transaction for them. Obviously, money is a form of energy, but you need currency, you need money to keep a roof over your head, to pay your bills, to eat, those kind of things, the exchange. But also, people are paying attention. This money is not everything, right? And so some people actually do pay attention, right? And to people's love language, right? And so somebody needed some clarity about something, and somebody was really, really overwhelmed. So somebody put an end to all speculation. And some people are hot fish grease mad. They are hotter than hot. You hear what I'm saying? Hot, y'all. They hot. Because if somebody's back was against the wall and they really needed help, they were crying out for help. So there's an opportunity to make some money. What's coming to me, I'm looking at this music note here. I heard this artist say one time in an interview how like people just wanted to hear them sing sad songs, like when they were at their lowest, when they were drinking. And this was an open interview. This person was saying in an interview, when they were drinking and they was high off their mind, or whatever the term they were using, that's when people loved them the most. And their songs are not the same right now. So people may have been benefiting from that when they were at their lowest of low. But it takes somebody around you that cares and that loves you enough that they see that you deserve the best, not the worst. That they're not just capitalizing off of you, whoever you are. And that's why I talk about you all being sweethearts. High vibrating cancers. We're talking about high vibrating cancers. So somebody put an end to all speculation, and people are high. They are hot. They are hot. You hear what I'm saying? Hot. Because of this gift being so overwhelming. Something as rare comes along once in a blue moon, but it's the platform, the fact that we are in the times that we're living in, where the platform are social media. It's not just television, where you have to have some connection with networks, that kind of a network, like major networks, right? You can have YouTube, Instagram, X, which used to be Twitter, Facebook, right? You have internet, right? Intranet, right? Those things, right? So, and in some cases, major networks. So somebody is very angry with your star, the fact that your star is shining bright and that you're rare, that you just are genuinely compassionate towards people, that when your back is against the wall, you tap in and not tap out. They would rather they could take, if they could take a sewing needle with some black thread and sew your lips together. If they could sew your lips together, they would. I'm looking at the black letters on this thing. If they could sew your lips together, they would. But that is not going to happen. So anyway, yeah, so I'm looking at this right here. Mental realm. You gain clarity about something you were unsure of. A truth emerges. Yeah, a truth emerges. Because again, the more and more you're pouring into yourself, you're getting your rest, you're drinking your water, you're eating better, you're eating brain food. Somebody could be eating more nuts, right? Walnuts, or just nuts, right? Healthy fats. You're paying more attention. Somebody's diet could have changed. You're starting to pay more attention. You're paying attention to like your health and wellness. You could have switched up, what you're eating, right? And so here we have the spiritual realm here, the high priestess, right? Your psychic gifts are activating. Meditation and solitude amplify insight. So what you're leaving behind is this. This is the Five of Cups. Old grief dissolves. A chapter of emotional heaviness is finally closing. You're not crying about it anymore. Yeah, you're not crying about something anymore. You've learned how to save yourself, and you're learning how to teach other people to save themselves. So this is what's coming in. Knight of Cups, new inspiration, creativity, or even a romantic gesture flows towards you, right? So this is not always a new love interest. Knight of Cups, some people think that you got new love coming in. You could. You could already be in a romantic relationship. But this is also new inspiration. You could be inspired to teach people how to save themselves the tears in advance. Remember, 5, 6, and 7 of Cups is Scorpio, right? We're not talking about a Scorpio. Scorpio rules 8th house. 8th house is shared possession, intimacy, and shared possessions. You could be saving people tears by cutting it off at 5th house. 5 of Cups. Save them from being like getting into a relationship with a bully down the line. 5 connects us with Taurus. We're not necessarily talking about a Taurus. for a person who will patiently wait for a person who seems like they got all the patience in the world in the beginning. They sitting there, they got the roses in hand. They'll sit there and wait until the roses turn into a bowl of potpourri. They'll sit there into this they got the looks like a horse in the background with the white coat and hair and stuff like that, until this beautiful hair on this horse turns into locks, until these grapes turn into raisins, until you finally open up this love note and it's not what you thought it was, right? Somebody has an enormous amount of patience. So somebody was dragging somebody into something. Somebody feels like something is their way or the highway. They like to push people up against they like to push people up against a wall. They're somebody really is a bully. They like to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, hoping a person is going to tap out. But some people know how to tap in, like tap into their element, their resource, their water. And so something that somebody said was overwhelming. They couldn't, right? That put an end to all speculation right there. And so this is and that helps somebody to find their divine group. That helps somebody to find their divine group of energies. And that's what wish fulfillment is. It helps somebody say, okay, you can finally put a manhole cover over the past. It's like, okay, that's it right there. That's it right there. That's a star right there. Here's a challenge. The moon, overthinking or emotional overwhelm. Trust your intuition, not your fears. Trust your intuition, not your fears. Right? 10 of Cups here. Right? Your heart is aligned with your higher purpose, family, soul, family, or emotional harmony supports you. And so something has come to light. A breakthrough, joy, confidence, or emotional liberation illuminate the week ahead. Right? Yep. You are enlightened. You are enlightened. You deserve the best. You are enlightened. Yeah, somebody just keeps pushing. Somebody just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. I feel like somebody in this situation, whoever this is, because I'm looking at both sides of this, whoever this is, like kept pushing you and kept pushing you, whoever you are, Cancer, kept pushing and pushing and pushing you because they wanted you to say, something that was going to try to determine what side you were on. Like somebody wanted to see what side you were on. Like you had to pick a side, right? And it was almost like people were waiting to see, are they on this side or on that side, right? Because people kept trying to dig and trying to find out information secretly. Like, are you on the dark side or are you on the light side? Right? Like, or you on like wolf pack? Like, like we had a wolf moon in January. And so, like, are you on, I'm gonna use this reference here. So somebody's don't think I'm just talking off the top of my head, right? So this is the Animal Spirit Guide book. For those of you, you can go to Barnes and Noble and find this. By Kim Kranz. You can look up this book here. Let's look up wolf. Let's look up, I've already done this before, but let's do it again for kicks and giggles. Let's look this up. All right. Because somebody is just like pushing and pushing. Instead of people just asking questions, it's like they kept hearing rumors about you, Cancer. So I want to help somebody with something. Somebody kept hearing rumors about you, right? They saw your star was shining brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And so you had like people in the middle here. Like they knew your gifts were undeniable, right? They knew your gifts were undeniable, but they couldn't figure out which side you were on because they heard stuff about your past. That's why some people don't like lukewarm people, because they don't like people like pick a side. Like what okay, stand on something. Like you stand on like is standing on what's the shaky sand or something. Like what's wrong, or what's the problem? Anyway, so guardian, so wolf, y'all can see this. Y'all look at the page. You can take a screenshot if you want to. Yeah, that's why I always encourage Mercury retrograde. Go to the library, get some books, read the books, argue with the authors of these books. They write their own books. So, guardian of family and tribe activism ritual, right? So, the wolf's mission is to uphold the well being and longevity of the pack, right? So, healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. So, somebody wanted to know what religious group, what your religious affiliation and your political affiliation was, right? So the wolf gets in trouble when it assumes, okay, we know what we say about people who assume every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps, although it will surely be uncomfortable at first. Practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. So contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none, right? So when in balance, reliable, democratic, fearless. When it's out of balance, judgmental and dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. So, like for example, when we look at this right here, the moon card connects us with Pisces. One of Pisces ruling planets, Neptune, is retrograde, right? So you see Hangman, that's the Hangman card here. So we learn, like for instance, like in the book of Esther, like the second energy in command with the Hangman, how the second person in command, a total abuse of power. You can read the story yourself. It's just really good stories in there. Total abuse of power. Hung himself by abusing his power, like trying to publicly humiliate somebody, and ended up hanging himself by, 50-foot gallows, right? Trying to publicly humiliate somebody, ended up hanging himself, just abusing his power and his position, right? Because he felt like he had the ear of the king, right? But everybody has their own, Swords had to move the queen out of the picture for that time, had to put Esther in the place for the time, had to put Mordecai in place, had to put the king in a place for a particular time. And so somebody wanted to see what your religious and your political affiliation was. Like somebody needed to see what side you were on. So they were so meticulous, whoever this is, they wanted to say, okay, we're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. All you needed to do was say something. All you needed to just say one thing. Because somebody was impulsive and said something. And so people started paying attention. But somebody first paid money for two energies here, right? And so somebody was overwhelmed in the midst of all of this, right? But a star stood their ground. They didn't bend. I mean, they didn't budge. They were like, okay, but somebody else was overwhelmed. So emotions could be running high right now. Yeah, emotions could be running high right now. So you're seeing a bigger picture of something. Right? So it's time to breathe out. And like I said, you're seeing a bigger picture of something right now. If someone loves to learn, someone loves to share information, someone loves to, help and share with other people. Let me see. Yeah, because it's like whoever you are, if you use certain buzzwords, somebody's like, oh, I knew it. I know it. I know if they, it's like everything you say, somebody wants to pull, like somebody want, if you cry, Cancer, whoever you are, if you're new to my channel, first and foremost, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. So if you cry, people who they'll like lump you into a whole group. If you cry, then you crying because you must be lying about something. Because people who cry, like what? Oh my God, child. What in the world? So anyway, you deserve the best. That's bottom line. Water is fluid, right? Whoever these energies are, they don't give you a chance to even create. They don't give you a chance to contain your water at all. They don't give you a chance to tap in. They don't give you a chance to process your emotions, in other words. So whoever this is, they didn't give somebody a chance to process their emotions whatsoever. And yeah, so anyway, yeah. That's why some of your exes really they're obsessed with you all. Some of your exes, they are obsessed with you all. They're obsessed with your star. They can't help it. It's literally, they can't come out of a loop. They literally, if you look at the number 8, when you turn it to the side, it's infinite for them. It's like they cannot stop. They're like they chain to you forever. Like generationally, they're chained to you. They can't stop themselves. So you're going to have to be the person, like no matter how much of a sweetheart you are. That's what I keep saying. Like, because 8 is also a karmic number. To you, even mentioning your name actually brings in money for them. That's why I say y'all are the money. Y'all getting it now. Y'all are the money and mother sign of the zodiac. Something about whether you're a man or woman, your energy is very magnetic, and people love the fact that it doesn't matter if you're sun or moon Cancer, your energy, the playfulness. Somebody is secretly sitting somewhere crying because they are so tapped out right now, because you know how to tap in. They're in your element. You could be sitting somewhere bawling your eyeballs out. I mean, bloodshot red, and you just know how to tap in. And that's something about you that they really, really love. So they literally, I mean, generationally, if they could, and I'm not even trying, well, let me never mind, because some of y'all exes are really, really regretting. Lord have mercy. So just liberate yourself. You may have seen a dragonfly. I don't know where y'all are. Somebody could be on vacation right now. You could have seen a dragonfly while you were on vacation. Remember, time is relative. So you could have seen a dragonfly if you were somewhere warm. You could have seen 2 I mean, two of your exes right now. It's either 2 of your exes or your ex and somebody else's ex. They just somewhere. They thought getting with someone else, and I'm going to come off of this for a second. They thought getting with someone else was going to save them from you. You know how like somebody goes from you to somebody else, and they think, oh, this is going to make me feel better. Like they, like being with you, you weren't, whoever you are, whether you're a man or woman, you didn't have enough fight in you. Like something about your energy, you weren't fighting hard enough. Like you weren't, something about your energy, you didn't have enough fire or something. So if you're a guy, you weren't man enough. If you were a woman, you didn't fight for the relationship hard enough. Something, you weren't enough for them. But now, when they got with a karmic, right? They're they're wishing they had you back. Liberate yourself, child. Liberate yourself. That's something. There's some work they're gonna have to do. It's something they're gonna have to do. That had nothing to do with you. Just liberate yourself. Because now somebody's sitting at home listening to old records. They playing old tapes. The tape about to pop. It's thinning. It's a lot of things going on. People just replaying how you used to make them laugh. So expect some powerful change. Yeah, somebody's having an eclipse right now. It's a whole new them. They're replaying stories in their minds of just how y'all used to hold hands and laugh together, and how you used to tell them funny jokes, and boy, they just remember this about you and remember that about you. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody is really missing you. Back down memory lane. That's what I'm hearing right now. That's what they saying. It's something. It's child. I'm not laughing at them because I'm just like, that's sad. But yeah, you deserve the best. Just go ahead and put a manhole cover over the past. Just go ahead and just move on. Somebody just letting you know. That's when you know your worth and your value. So somebody must have been like a favorite in the family. You don't necessarily have to be your mom and dad's favorite. You could have been your grandparents' favorite. You could have been you was somebody's favorite in your family. Aunts and uncle's favorite, somebody's favorite. But whoever's favorite you were on top of something. Your person coming into your life is going to feel very lucky to have you, because your energies actually flow very well together. Your energy flows very, very well together. But yeah, somebody is really missing you. They just sitting at home. They're just regretting a whole lot of things from their past. Yeah. Regretting a lot of things from their past. But you're liberated. Yeah. You're free. Yeah, compassion. Yeah, whoever they were in a relationship with showed them no compassion. They really got into a relationship with a karmic. They showed them no compassion whatsoever. So yeah, you inspire a lot of people. Yeah, your energy is very healing. Very, very healing. Very nurturing. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're very nurturing. Yeah. That light is shining. Demons are looking right back at them. Because they got into a relationship with the devil, child. Oh, Lord. That thing. That was an entity. Whew. That thing pulled them way down. Had them crying all the time. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, you're putting a manhole cover over the past. You learn how to save yourself and learn how to move on. Yeah. When you find yourself crying more in a relationship than you're smiling, like unless you're crying from laughing because y'all laughing so hard, y'all just rocking back and forth. You know how you laughing so hard in a relationship, you laughing so hard when you're in a relationship with somebody, y'all laughing so hard you can't even catch your breath. Y'all know the laugh I'm talking about. When you laughing so hard, you just rocking back and forth. You can't even breathe. You laughing so hard because y'all got an inside joke going on. That's what I'm seeing. Where things just kind of sort of flow. You're not really laughing at somebody, like making somebody the brunt of a joke. Y'all are just cracking up, laughing. With each other. Not hurting each other, but just, so that's what I'm saying for you. So always bet on you. Yeah, always bet on you, right? So make room for a new blessing. Make room for a new blessing. So Yeah, speak something into existence. Speak something into existence. So it's time to heal your wounded warrior. That's your Chiron. And Chiron is currently retrograde, but your new home awaits. Congratulations to you all, whoever you are. You have the gift of claircognizance. This is psychic knowledge about other people. More money is coming, excellency. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. A lot of y'all, the only reason why some people are getting more money is because they keep mentioning you. And we're not talking about famous people, just so we're crystal clear. Some of y'all could be famous, but we're talking about even just like people who are like the star, like they could be star salesmen in their office, like local, like whatever jobs they could be working in. They're somehow mentioning your name, like something about your energy, wherever you are, they're somehow attaching themselves to you, and it's getting them some kind of recognition in some way, shape, or form. They still walking around. Y'all remember the wallets where you like pull out the pictures with the pictures, where you just like that plastic, where you put the pictures in like the plastic containers and it just like flips out the pictures. Y'all know the old ones. The wallet with the pictures, but they like flip out the. Child, they still got old. I cannot. They still got the old pictures. So when they open up the wallet, your pictures come out. Oh yeah, we used to date back in the day, and I remember this and that. Child, they got a. This is a sad state of affairs. We're not even talking about famous people. We just talking about somebody who just cannot move on from you, and you didn't move on. You didn't put a manhole cover over the past. You saved yourself, and yeah. So, just adjust your crown. Yeah, adjust your crown. Pray for them. Yeah, it's just. The new one is extra special. Ask source for clarity. At what age did your parents work on their shadow self, and at what age did you work on your shadow self? Yeah, it's time to open your vault door. Schedule a vacation. So somebody could be going on a vacation somewhere. So, yeah, safe travels. Yeah, safe travel. Yeah, somebody demonized you while y'all was together, but they stayed laughing, though. You was cracking them up. They was rocking back and forth and laughing while y'all was together, but as soon as something happened, they wanted to tell everybody your truth. You was the devil. You was this and that while y'all, but but now that mirror is looking back at them. Anyway, that's what I have for you all. Cancers, keep thriving out here, because your love, this person is coming across your path, and they very different. Very, very different. So here's some candles, colors for you all. Silver. Silver is for intuition and psychic enhancement. White candles, you can use it for anything, for purification and clarity. Pale blue is for emotional healing and serenity, right? You can purchase these candles on your own. I do sell candles, but you can also go and purchase your own if you like. Gemstones for you all would be moonstone is for intuition, emotional balance. Aquamarine is for communication and soothing emotional waters. Selenite is for cleansing and higher guidance. And rose quartz is for heart healing. So you can carry them, meditate with them, or place them near your bath or bedside. Herbs for Cancer could be chamomile, that's for emotional calming. Mugwort is for dreams and intuition. Lavender is for peace, psychic openness, right? And lemon balm is for clarity, soothing the heart. You can use these as in teas, baths, diffusers, or as altar offerings. Here's some affirmations for you all that you can repeat 3 times daily. 1 is I trust the flow of my intuition. 2 would be my emotions are sacred guidance from my soul. A third one is I rise into clarity, joy, and emotional freedom. And then 4 would be healing flows through me with ease and grace. You can say all 4 or 1, with 3 times daily. Words are powerful, but you're making room for a new blessing. But yeah. Yep. So and that is what I have for you all. And hopefully this is helpful. But yeah. Somebody, instead of them just coming right out and just asking you, being direct and just asking you what your political and your religious affiliation was, they were just ready to pounce on any little thing. And that's the whole purpose of a beaver moon. Like beavers build dams to protect themselves from predators. And somebody was just preying on your star. They were just preying on your star, just waiting to just leap and pounce on something. Like any little thing. You gotta remember, night energy connects us with the number 12, right? We're not talking about a group, just so we're crystal clear. We're talking about the numbers associated with page energy, night energy, those energies. So we're not talking about a group. Somebody was just waiting for you to say something, and somebody was just not just going to come out and just ask. I mean, just come out and ask any little thing that you said. So if like I mentioned, the book of Esther, and then that second person in command, trying to hang somebody up from that hang somebody publicly, like, in the biblical days, like old days, but now we're talking about on the internet, like a public hanging. If somebody even said that, they'd be like, see, I knew. Even if you were making reference to a book in the Bible, you would have to be so meticulous with any little thing that you said. Oh, I thought they were talking, but you would spend your entire relationship being that meticulous with every little thing that you said, because they already came in with some idea. This is right here. This is the I believe sign. They already came in with some idea about you from the get-go, okay? From the very beginning, right? They came in with some idea about you. So you were already, it's like you would be trying to ascend higher, carrying their emotions on your back, because every little thing you say or do, they'd be nitpicking every little thing. Who has that kind of relationship? You joke? Are you joking about that, or are you serious? You can't even laugh. You spend more time crying than laughing. You don't even have that kind of time. If you're crying about something, you must be lying. You could be crying because you're just compassionate. That's what I have for you. So continue being a star. Continue being, that's the 11th house, by the way. 11th house. Okay. That's what I have for you. All right. Bye.